Good morning everyone present here. Myself Jayasree. Today my topic is about mind mechanism. Mind is a machine which constantly generates thoughts. Thoughts are like little bundle of energy which have tremendous impact upon us. There is lot of energy in the atmosphere. We cannot see it, but let's take a transistor set and start turning the knob. When you turn the knob, it will catch the station after the radio station. It shows this these waves are present in the atmosphere. In the same way, our thoughts are also like a subtle waves which impact us in many ways. First of all, they impact on our appearance. You see it somebody else and say, "Why are you so sad today?" So here, these thoughts are impacting on their appearance of sadness. You see it somebody else and say, "Oh, why are you so happy today?" Here also, the thoughts are impacting upon their appearances. In the same way, thoughts impact us in many ways. Let me tell an analogy of television in the olden days. In 1970s, when the television for the first time came to our India, we used to have the basic sets of televisions. At that time, a channel used to come and disappear, other channel used to come and disappear, and sometimes the channel starts slipping and lines would appear. In the same way, our thoughts also. Our thoughts, we think of something else and then something else. We think of third thing, back to the first thing. So why is this happening inside? If a car which is out of control, there may be two possibilities. Either the machinery is defective, axle rod may be broken, or steering may be lost control over the wheels, or driver may be inebriated. So that's why he's driving in this way. In the same way, in our mind, if thoughts are not channeled in a proper way, there are two possibilities. Either we are defective or our machinery is defective. In this regard, we have two yogic schools. Primarily, of course, there are subdivisions also. In Vedic period, there is Gnan Yoga and there is Bhakti Yoga. Gnan Yoga states that we should stop thinking process, as thinking is making us problems. So reduce thinking, reduce thinking. Make your mind thoughtful state to the thoughtless state. But the Bhakti part takes different perspective. It tells that stop thinking process is next to the impossible. As when we go to the ocean, if you want to stop the waves coming in the ocean, have it next to the impossible. In the same way, stopping our thoughts is also next to the impossible. So we should divert ourselves to the God or education which we are interested in, like. For example, if you're going in a bicycle, if you want to stop the next movement in the bicycle, you cannot stop. It will be an unstable condition. You may fall to the left, you may fall to the right. So when you divert yourself to something, then you'll be stopped at that position. So I'll tell that when you should divert yourself to stop these thoughts. Let me tell you a beautiful illustrative story of a sadhu who lived up in Himalayas beyond the debate. His name was Milarepa. And in the nearby village, there are rumors spread that this sadhu has a Siddh mantra. If we chant that Siddh mantra, we'll get mystic abilities. There, a villager came to his monastery and asked, "Sir, I heard that you have a Siddh mantra. I want a Siddh mantra." Then the Milarepa said that, "I don't have any Siddh mantra. My intent of spirituality is different." The villager said, "Sir, you're avoiding me. Until you give me the Siddh mantra, I'll not leave from your monastery." Milarepa said, "Okay, you be here. There's no problem with me." After 24 hours, his sadhana started disturbing. The Milarepa said, "You're causing nuisance to me. I think you can leave from here." The villager said, "Until you give me the Siddh mantra, I'll not leave from your monastery." The Milarepa said, "Okay, I'll give you the Siddh mantra." The villager was all in his ears. The Milarepa said, "The Siddh mantra is Om. The condition for the Siddh mantra, you should not think of monkeys. If you think of monkeys, all your chanting will become useless." The villager happily went to his home and started chanting Om Om. Now, one of the portion of his mind is acting like an operator, chanting Om Om. Other portion of mind is acting like a monitor. Don't think of monkeys. Now, what's happening in his mind? Chanting Om Om and don't think of monkeys. Then he suddenly thought, is there any monkey backside? He saw at the backside, there is no monkey. Now he thought of monkey. So he has done lot of times to not think of monkeys, but it is impossible for him to not think of monkeys. Then he went near the sage Milarepa and said, "Sir, I don't want your Siddh mantra, take your Siddh mantra and give me in the next life. And don't tell me the condition. If you tell me the condition, I definitely think of monkeys." So the Milarepa said, "So such is nature of our mind. If you think that I should not think of it, we definitely think of it. If we think we should stop our thoughts, there is definitely great possibilities to even think more than that." Now I think you have understand about the mind mechanism. The mind mechanism of every person is totally different. I wanted to share something not related to the mind mechanism which is totally different from it, that is negative thoughts. While you're eating, you may get a stone. You suddenly remove it as it goes inside and make your digestive system spoil. So you remove it. When you get a negative thought, you are very much careful in this process. You will not bother about it, as many of the negative thoughts only make us make your mind and yourself dirty. So we will not bother about the negative thoughts or thought process. We are very much careful in this thought process. So if you first want to implement your thought, you should first practice and then implement it. Maharshi Patanjali says that if you get a negative thought, implement other thought to neutralize that thought. If you get a thought of pride, you shouldn't take it and implement it. When you implement it, you'll get a bad result. So you should implement the thought of humbleness. I mean to neutralize this thought. So that is not easy to implement the other thought which is making it neutralize. So first of all, when you get a negative thought, you should sit for a while and think, what's the consequence we are going to face if we get this negative thought? When you sit for a while and think, is this good for us to the next consequence? If it's good, then you proceed. If it's bad, do not proceed. I have done an activity in the school. I took a white paper and applied black spots in it. Then I asked a ex-person, what do you understand by this? The ex-person told that when I see this paper is looking like a habits of us and black holes are looking like loopholes of a person. And the white person told that this is looking like a happiness and black holes are looking like sadness. Both are correct according to their point of view. So by this we can tell that mind mechanism of every person is correct. Every person is different, and we should not object others because others' point of view may be different. So we should take other suggestions as every time positive. One of the person is quarreling with other person. 7 8s are 56 and 8 7s are 56. How silly it looks. In the same way, all our problems will be very silly. So do not object other person and do not keep obstacle. Please do not quarrel with others. Understand other person according to their point of view and solve your problems. Thank you. Most of us find difficult to learn spirituality in your daily basis, but transform every day to the 1% and grow to 100%. As a tree, as a small plant grows as a tree. I think most of you understand about this. Learn spirituality from today 1% and transform yourself to the 100%. Learn spirituality and make yourself happy life. Thank you.